Hey guys, Shawn Cheek, webpianoteacher.com here. We're talking about chord sheets today, and the three things you must know, the essential things that really they're the only three things that you need whenever you're playing from chord sheets, or lead sheets people call them, where you have the lyric and the chord on top. Okay, let's get into it right away. This is Jack and Diane, John Cougar Mellencamp. Okay, little ditty, Jack and Diane, two American kids doing the best they can. All right, so the first thing you must know is the chord. When you see a chord, you have to know what it is. Now, you don't have to know what key you're in, but if you see an A there, that's an A chord. You got to know what the A chord is or you're sunk, okay? When you see an E over an A bass or a D or a G, okay, you've got to know what those chords are or you can't go further beyond that, okay? Again, you don't have to know what key you're in, but you've got to know what those chords are. So I'm going to help you with that here on this song. The second thing you must know is the inversion you want to play the chord, because maybe you know what an A chord is. Maybe you know it has A, C sharp, E, an A major chord. But what inversion do you use? Because A, C sharp, E is not the only way to play an A chord. You can also switch the notes around and play C sharp, E, A, or E, A, C sharp. The ingredients, yeah, are A, C sharp, E, but what inversion, what octave do I play it in? So that's the second thing, is what inversion. So first thing is what chord. Second thing is what inversion. The third thing is what rhythm do I put with it? This is the thing that people have the most trouble with. So there are people who can figure out chords, they kind of know inversions, but what rhythm? So that it sounds like the song, so I don't sound like, I don't know what I'm doing, or I sound like a basic player. I want to sound cool. I want to sound like a musician. So that rhythm part is the third part where we're gonna talk about that as well. So when you start this and you see A, realize there are only 7 letters in music: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And every chord you can name out of those 7 is it. There's not any more. If you see A, the name of that chord has to be A, C, E. Now, I may do A, C, E minor, or I may do A, C sharp, E major chord, and I can add sevenths, or I could play an A flat chord. It's still A, C, E, A flat, C, E flat. A flat minor is A flat, C flat, E flat. You see how A, C, E is a part of it all? People don't realize that. There's only 7. A, C, E, B, D, F, C, E, G, D, F, A, E, G, B, F, A, C, G, B, D. Then you're back to A. That's it. All right. Of course, you got to put the sharps and flats in there where they need to go. But an A major chord is A, C sharp, E. Okay. And how do I decide what inversion? Well, we like to be in the middle of the piano most of the time when we're playing chords. So that's going to be my default, is kind of the middle, all right? And another thing is, what does the guitar sound like? People don't realize either that you can, just because it's a guitar-driven song doesn't mean it won't work on piano. It'll work very well on piano many, many times, okay? So whatever the guitar is doing, I want to sound as much like the album version as I can, because when you're gigging and you're playing for people out somewhere, they want to be transported to where they were when they were 16 or 17, like in the song, okay? And the closer you are to the album version, the more it's going to do that. So I recommend, don't try to do something real crazy or different with the song. You want to be the vehicle that takes people back, and then that'll make your tips go up in the tip jar, and people will have a lot more fun, and maybe they'll sing the bridge part with you when you get to it, when you just have the vocals there. Okay, so I want to sound like the guitar. So I listen to the guitar and I hear this: A, C sharp, E. Now the next chord I have is E over A. Okay, so what do I do there? What that means is, it's like, I call it a fraction chord. The E tells us the chord we're going to play in the right hand, and the A tells us the bass note. It means the bass note and the chord are different, okay? Hear that dissonance? That's why we have those, okay? So this is just an A, and if there's no fraction, the A is the bass note as well. It's the chord and it's the bass note, okay? Little ditty. Now when you get to ditty, okay, you're going to have an E chord. Now an E chord has E, G sharp, B. You got to know that. You got to get to where you just know E, G, B, okay? And it's an E major, so an E major chord has E, G sharp, B. An E minor would have G natural, but E, G sharp, B, and we know because it doesn't have a little M after it. If it had an M, it would be minor, but it's major. And I'm going to do it this way because it's close. That's why I use the E inversion right here, because I don't want to go. Look how far away that is. to play it in root position, E, G sharp, B, I want to do it in a way that's close. So I need to do E, G sharp, B in a fashion that's smooth and close. And there it is. Look at that. Now I have E, G sharp, and B. Because the A chord and the E chord have the E in common. So I'm just going to keep that note. And that's also what the guitar does. Little ditty, bow jack. Now we move to the next chord. Same idea. The D is the top one. We have a D chord over an A bass. And again, when you see just one letter, we assume or we know that the left-hand octave is going to be that letter too. So it would tell us two things when you have just one letter: the name of the chord in the right hand and the note, the octave you're going to play in the left hand. Okay? And when you have the fraction chord, they're giving you both the chord, but the bass note's going to be a different letter. And that's why we have those fraction chords. Okay? So I'm going to go to D. And where D chord has D, F, A, always, don't care what kind of D chord it is, D flat, D sharp, D natural, D double flat, it does not matter. D, F sharp, A is a D major chord. So how am I going to play it? Well, I just did this. I'm going to do what the guitar does, and I'm going to do what's close. Right here, look how I just got to move a little bit to get to the D chord. And that's why we do inversions, because it makes the chord progressions smoother because they're closer together. F sharp, A, D. And then I'm going to go back to E. Okay? So now you can play the first part. Little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids doing the best they can. Something else you need to know about chord sheets: they're not always correct. There's usually something wrong with a chord sheet if you look them up. I'm so thankful for the people who, write the chords down the best they can. They submit them. But there's usually something, at least one thing wrong with them. And you got to be ready for that. And here's a place where it's not exactly right. A chord is left out. There's another E there. So I'll pencil in an E there. E over an A. So that's how that second part is. Two American kids doing the best they can. Okay? Now what about rhythm? Because we've done the name of the chord. We've done the inversion we want to do. Okay? Now we want rhythm. Okay? Well, how does the song sound? First, to get rhythm, this third part, which is so important, you need to beatbox. Okay? Michael Jackson was really great at this. Think of the song and with your mouth go doom 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 doom. So I'm doing rhythm, I'm playing the drums, with my mouth. Just now you feel really stupid doing that in front of somebody, but I don't. But you can do that by yourself if you need to do that. And then you get that rhythm going, because if you can do it with your mouth, you'll be able to do it with your hands, okay? Because it's a rhythm thing, okay? Not a note thing, it's a rhythm thing. And so then maybe go to a desktop and go bump, 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 bump. And if you can do that on a desk or a pair of bongos, I recommend, then you'll be able to do it on piano if you can play the chords, okay? So I'm going to show you how that works. So dump, dump, dun, 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 dump, dump, dun, 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 dun. See how my left and right hand are doing that together? When you do the beat on the desk, you're using the left and right hand. They are together. They're connected. People want to do, I need to be good hands separately. No, you need to be good at hands together, hand cooperation. Now, if I slowed down and showed you each thing I'm doing right there, and some of you are going to slow down the video and try to see exactly what I'm doing, and it's not going to help you. It's not going to give you the skill that you're wanting, which is to be able to play rhythmically. If you slow it down and are a copycat robot, you're just an AI program, and you're not feeling it. The music, the rhythm is not coming out of you from inside. Okay, that's never going to happen. You can do it for 100 years. You have to be able to dump, dump, dun, 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 dun. Okay, if you can do it with your mouth, you can do it with your hands, and then you can do it on the piano if you know the chords. Dun, 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 dun. Sit there and play this a zillion times, okay? And then when you start to get sick of it and can't stand the song anymore, that's when the magic happens. That's when the rhythm's going to start coming out of you. If you want to do what the guitar does, webpianoteacher.com. I've done this for 20 years online. Teach you the whole song in 3 long lessons, all the inversions, all the rhythms, so that you can play the song and begin to maybe start gigging, to maybe start singing and playing with maybe someone else is singing. You're playing the piano. Get a band together. Go to a coffee shop and play. A lot of them will let you do it. Just let you come in and play. Get some songs together. Guys, I hope you enjoy this lesson. See you on webpianoteacher.com. Talk to you later.